In this video, I want to touch on an important distinction between using a redirect, like we have right here, to redirect a user to send them to a different route, and then also manipulating the history using push in our case. That will also redirect a user. So they both work, but there's a very important difference to know about around how the back button navigation will work, back and forwards. So when we use the redirect, let's go to foods.js and change this to be something like not found, which right now is not actually a route, but if we look in our app.js, we have right here, render everything else with this h1, error not found. So we'll be triggering that. And remember, this is triggered when we pass in a prop, a name that contains a number. So if I try to go to 7up again, and I click go, we go straight to not found. But notice my back button, as I click, it takes me right back to the search. So there is no evidence, there's no history that we ever visited /foods/7up. Now, if we change this component just a little bit, instead of redirecting like this, if we instead wrote code that used this.props.history.push and redirected a user to /not-found, or this could be anything as long as it doesn't match our routes. And we would do this when, here, I'll just move this down. We have name already. And then we would say if, copy this right here, our regular expression, if it contains any numbers, if name contains any digits in it, then we'll do this. Okay, so just to show you, we are also redirecting here, but there's an important difference because as you'll see, if I type 7up, I click go, we go back, or we go straight to the error not found, but my back button is going to take me back to the food route, food/7up. But every time I go to that, I'm being pushed over here to not found. So you can see I click, and each time it doesn't look like we're going anywhere, but we are going back in our history. And let me just do this one more time to show you. It's annoying, or it's unfortunate, because the navigation is tricky. It just says React app, React app, React app, React app. But if I go back two, so not one, but two histories ago, two locations, I end up back at the search. And then in between was the not found route. So it's important to understand that. And that's why I recommend using redirects in situations where they're sort of along the lines of, oh shoot, you shouldn't see this, or problem, versus using history.push when you are trying to successfully send somebody somewhere. So something happened, you updated, you saved, a user did some action, then you can use history.push to move them on to a new route.